What's going on, Whalers fam? We are starting the fall season tonight, and it is on Wednesday Night Mixed. Haven't bowled for a little bit, so we're pretty fresh going into this particular league night. Arsenal, once again, we're going to start with the Rhino. That's what you're seeing me throw in this practice session. My Hammer Radioactive Vibe is going to pick up the left side spares, and my spare ball is going to go on the right side for the most part. Although I don't think in this one I used the Rhino on some of those closer inside right pins. But anyhow, that's going to be the three ball lineup we run for majority of the fall season, either until I decide getting a new ball is ideal or I don't know, any other weird thing I can come up with. Um, so yeah, obviously week one, nobody knows what's going to happen because people are establishing and people are subbing. So some people are out. And on our team, Brenden is new to our lineup for right now. So we're welcoming him to the team. He will have his own What the Hell shirt pretty shortly. Actually, going into the week 2 video, you should see it then. And Michael is in as a sub for Crystal this evening in this league evening. So we kind of have some changes, but we're going to feel it out and see how it goes. And we're going to, most importantly, try to make it work. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We are continuing to grow every single day. Catch you in game 2. Finishing up game one now in the 10th frame. We knocked down 8 in the first row. We're going to go for a spare. I lightly tap the first pin into the left side gutter, and we spare. We're currently up to a 172, I believe, and we will finish. Or no, I'm sorry, we're at like 173 or something like that. We finished with a 192 though, and tie Maria's score exactly. Brenden will finish with 113, with Michael on the way up. He's going to leave a 10 pin here, but he's also having a pretty good game at the time, as his average is somewhere in the 210s, I believe. I'll have the actual average when it actually comes up, hopefully, if they submit some stats here. It took the league a lot longer to do stats this week. I'm not really sure why, but hopefully they didn't send the stats person a Cabo as a vacation gift, because it's not ideal to do that in week one. Although for Michael, he does miss this 10 pin and walks away with a 205, but still a good game regardless. 205 is pretty good and you can work with it. So, pretty solid start though from the team. We look pretty good. Brennan's first time with us, so he'll be getting dialed in here rather quickly heading into game two, but we're going to see if this score currently holds up. This is me doing it without knowing where the stats are going to sit, so there's a good chance on the video you're going to see NA in the difference column, and that's because I can't really calculate it correctly due to people establishing and subbing at the same time. So the score breakdown will probably be provided at the end of the video. Catch you in game two. So in game two right now, we just simply forgot how to bowl, I guess. Just things didn't fall right, look right, blah blah blah. But right now, we have a strike going to this next frame, frame 8. Maria's up here trying to complete a split. She'll do just that. Now it's my turn to try to go for double here. A double would really help us right now, and we do just that. With us cycling back over to Maria once again in the 9th frame, trying to fill those frames late in the game to take away as many points as possible. At this exact moment, it doesn't really look favorable for us to take this one just because I'm behind on pins. even though I have a lower average at the moment. We leave another 10 pin here. And this evening, I just couldn't figure out the 10 pin spot. I'll be honest. Like, I just could not line up right, get it going right, and everything. So that's a missed 10 pin there. Going to the 10th frame here, Brenden perfectly takes the 10 pin with carry, but he will finish game 2 with a 155, improving from his 113 in game 1. Massive improvement there. Maria gets the same split leave again, and she completes it once again. She'll finish with a 179, which is above her average by a good bit. Once again, I leave a 10 pin here. Kind of the same thing I told you after that 9th frame. This one does look a bit better. It just didn't get there. It was better though. Just didn't get there. But we walk away with a 140, which is what we don't want. And we're having to pretty much make up for it here in game 3, which we have to. Michael at this exact moment is at a 180 or 161 with a possible finish of 180, which that'll be his final here as he leaves a 10 pin. But yeah, this wasn't really a friendly game to us, but I'm pretty sure these 2 points will go the other team's way, and we have work to do to claim the next 5, which you get 3 for total and 2 for each game 1. But I am confident we did take game 1 though out of all this, but we just had to keep bowling to find out how it's, or to give ourselves a shot at taking the rest of the points available. Obviously, it's mystery bowling, so nobody knows really what's going on. So, with that said, the only thing we can really do at this point is just bowl good enough to make it look convincing enough that we take said points. Anyhow, on to game 3, and really quickly, if you like my content, feel free to check out my shorts. They're just short clips of what you see in these videos that go up almost daily. I post twice a day, every day, and I do that to make sure we keep moving up the ladder and get that much closer to 1K subscribers here on YouTube, which we will hit someday. I'll talk to you after game 3. Marching on into the 7th frame now. This game is so much better. We continue to strike and we have a triple after 7. The only miss we had was another right side problem, which we've been having all night, as I talked about in the game 2 break. Brendan's back up here to bowl. He's getting better as the night goes on, so we could be catching fire rather quickly here. I'm back up in the 8th frame after Maria misses a 10 pin in the 8th. For me, though, this is a split, which is one of our major splits of the night that we had. I thought I could get the ball to hang a little longer, but I end up just taking the one pin out there with no shot at hitting the corner there, sadly. So we just take the one. Michael's going to strike again here, and that'll put him to 5 strikes in a row at this moment. Brendan's back up in the 9th, foundation frame, so you obviously want to fill it. Brenden does come in at a lower average, but here he gets a little help from some carry towards the 10 pin, and it falls. He's on 3 in a row. Maria's back up here again. Don't worry, she doesn't split this time. She'll strike. Much better than what the second game gave her. Anyways, we're back up to me after splitting. And, well, it just so happens to occur again. But this one I typically am able to hit a lot. A lot of people are surprised when I hit this, and I always manage to grab this one. It's just easy. It's super easy because it's always in the right spots for to spare it. But it's one of those spares I can do in my sleep, literally. Like it's the easiest split spare, and I'm happy to get those because those I can mark. Which you're going to see in a minute why that was important to mark there. Although for Brennan, he continues to strike out. He's basically maxing out from where he was after the 5th frame, I believe, or 6th. I think it was 6th. But yeah, he'll max out for 191, which is an amazing finish for him. Now it's my turn after Maria turns a 148. I get a strike to start the 10th. So we're up to 171 at the moment, and 3 strikes will put us at 201. If we get there, we double up here for a chance at 3. Ball makes it in there, and we successfully take everything for 201. Which, if you watched at the second game, I don't think you were gonna see me. You were thinking I was gonna hit a 200 game, but we do just that. So at least we finish really, really solid enough. So that goes our way, and that's why it was the last frame was so important to spare. So it all works out in the end because if we didn't spare the 9th frame, we probably wouldn't even be talking about a 200 game in this video, but we will. Now for Michael, he's just going to try to get this spare here. He's already at 213 at this exact moment, so anything he gets is above average. Although for some reason he just happened to only get the 1, and he walks away with a 222. Anyways, onto the stat breakdown as we're pretty quick to it. We had a 192, 140, 201 for 533. We're 41 pins above our 164 average, which changes after week 3. So we bowl on that Wednesday average for at least 2 more videos before it gets changed. I can't really report anything about stats at the moment, only because everybody establishing and substituting players out it pretty much because we're a team handicap, not a individual handicap, it changes the way that you can calculate the stats. I'm assuming we took 7, but I don't know what it's actually going to be because it's been 5 days now since league night when I'm doing this video and nothing has came out. So, it's kind of weird that after 5 days you don't get anything stat wise, so I'll have to look into it at some point, but sadly, I can't really report on how exactly that night went with all our stats involved until it actually comes out. So on that note, Whalers fam, I will catch you after the Friday League video when we get back to this one to discuss the stats from this one in further detail. Until next time, Whalers fam, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.